Hi, Scorpio. I'm Pam, and welcome to your Psychic Tarot reading for November 2018. This month, I'm using the Aquarian Tarot deck. And remember, these are general readings, and to get messages pertaining specifically for you, you would need a private reading. This recording is for Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Ascendant, and Scorpio Moon. Please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign, because some months they're going to resonate more for you than your sun sign will. All that being said, Scorpio, now on to your November 2018 Psychic Tarot reading. First card you have, Scorpio, is the Queen of Pentacles, and this could be an earth sign, female or male, either being a Taurus, a Capricorn, or a Virgo, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. You're having a lot of involvement with them in the month of November, a lot of communication and involvement with them in some way. And you may have to deal with them because it feels to me for some of you, this Queen of Pentacles is having some kind of problems or issues. Now, keep in mind, Scorpio, this could also pertain to you if you have a rising sign or a moon sign that is an earth sign. There's the words like having to make amends comes up with them, and also having to change things comes up around you with this Queen of Pentacles. I do see, for some of you, this does apply to you, and I see you really scrutinizing things and feeling like things may have gotten out of hand or need to be focused on or gotten into under control to do with your money. So for some of you, this Queen of Pentacles is actually you. For others, it could be the Queen of Pentacles is still going through that, but they're connected to you in some way, so that's why they would show up here. And some of you are really reassessing the value of things. If you have a home, maybe you're reassessing the value of your property in your home. Some of you may be reassessing the value of objects, like maybe you have some jewelry or some expensive camera equipment, or I don't know what, computers or things, technology or machinery or something that's got value, and you're thinking of selling it, and you could be getting things appraised or the value of things being reassessed. But it can also be, you could be reassessing your finances, like, where am I spending too much? What can I cut back on? It's all intertwined. It's kind of a complicated card because it means so many things for you, Scorpio. You just, since it's a general reading, you have to discern what part of those messages actually were speaking to you personally. Some of you may feel like you've gotten cut off from something, or like you're missing out on something that you want to be a part of. So for some of you, it's about that. I do feel that many of you Scorpios are going to find yourself to be really vigilant and diligent about getting things in order. And it doesn't just have to be money and finances. It can be other things. But I get all this like diligence, like I have to get everything organized. I have to get everything aligned. It could even be in your home. Maybe you feel like stuff is out of whack and things need to be in crates and in boxes put away, or like there's too much knickknacks and things around. I don't know, but I see you really focusing and getting putting a lot of energy on getting things in order. And again, some of you, this does have to do with finances. There's a lot of uncertainty around this Queen of Pentacles, whether it's how she feels about you or he feels about you, or how you feel about them. But for most of you, this actually did sound like you, even though it's the Queen of Pentacles and not a water sign card. So here you have the Three of Cups. This is parties, gatherings, celebrations. Could be friends helping you out. It could be three sisters, three females, three friends. It could also be a celebratory conclusion to something happening. You could be throwing a party. You could be attending a party. Some of you are getting invited to attend a very large gathering, almost like a ball. And if it's not some kind of like masquerade ball, I know this is the November reading, so some of you may have gotten invited to a Halloween masquerade ball party of some sort on, at the end of October, but some of you, it could be coming up in November, early November, or it could be some other type of big gathering, because it does come up here. There's going to be a lot of drinking at this event, and I hear cheers and people going tink, toasting each other with their glasses. I do get that. That does come up strongly here. You're going to be very, 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 very focused on the details about how you look. So it could be, like I said, for some of you, it could be a costume party, because I see really intently focused on wanting to look a very specific and specific and perfect way. But it could be that you just want to look really super great at this party, and it may have nothing to do with masquerade ball of any sort. Wow. For those of you that are single, do not be surprised if you don't hook up with somebody there and you leave with them. That's likely for some of you Scorpios there. So, you know, I don't know. That's kind of interesting. You may have an interesting time at this event. I do feel like November is going to be a little bit of a special month for you. And by the way, happy birthday, Scorpio. I'm sorry I didn't remember to say that at the beginning of the reading. So it could have to do with your birthday. Even that event could have to do with your birthday. But I do really feel, regardless, birthday, not birthday, November does feel like it's like an improved and very special month for many of you. And it could have to do with that, the fact that it's your birthday, but not for all of you. It may just be it's a lucky month for Scorpio. Some of you may wish that you could come clean about something you've done or said or done behind the scenes. I don't know whether you're going to come clean about it, and I don't know what it is because it's a general reading, but I do feel that some of you may feel a little bit, I don't know if I want to say uncomfortable, but I get like this, I feel like I should admit this to someone, that something that happened, or maybe it's something you saw. And you're like, do I tell this person what I saw or heard, or do I not? Because there's something like you're struggling with about admitting it or not, or telling it or not, comes up here with this Three of Cups. I feel that some of you did see some kind of action that took place that was out of the norm or out of character for someone. So, you know, maybe you saw your friend's husband with another woman having coffee, or you saw your friend's boyfriend with a guy in a compromising position, or somewhere that it was odd that they were together. Like, what is it? I don't know, but it's something that was like out of the norm for those of you that witnessed something and you're like struggling with yourself, do I say it or not? For some of you, it's that, but not all of you. Like I said, for some of you, it's something you did or said. Next card you have is the Fool, and the Fool is starting out on a new path, a new journey with high hopes and high aspirations. But you have to have your wits about you because you don't want to fall off the cliff, so you have to pay attention to your next step. Some of you Scorpios are thinking about how you can branch out and expand. And this could be the territory of your work. It could be like if you own your own business, maybe you're like, okay, I'm good with doing what I'm doing, but I'm missing this market over there and that target market over there. And so you're thinking of expanding your products or services. It could be that. It could be thinking to expand your home. If you need more room in your home, you're thinking of going up or going out. That could be another type of expansion. Could be even expanding with your knowledge. If you feel like, you know, if I went back to school and got another degree, or I took training in this particular program and I got a certificate in it, then my work, the place I work for, will pay me more money. It could even be something like that. You know, and the guides are saying ripe action for this to be happening now. So this month is the month for you to act on it. Any of those things, like if you're thinking of expanding your house, hire a contractor or look into contractors. If you're thinking of expanding your knowledge or training, get lined up with like research, the schools, get hooked up to do it. If you're thinking of expanding your product or services, start making the contacts that you can to do that with your business. It's all, you know, you got to think about how you want to expand and who you can talk to and what you can do that. Some of you Scorpios are feeling a little overburdened this month by somebody here that's putting more expectations or responsibilities on you. It could be a parent that's asking you to do things for them, go grocery shopping for them, or take them to the doctors on a regular basis, or stop by the house and cook them meals or clean. It could be your boss asking you to do it. You could have kids that are expanding their sports events, and now you got to drive them not only to here and here, but now you got to take them all the way over there. It's going to be different for all of you what that extra burden of responsibility is that's getting placed on you. Some of you are going to feel like, I've got to make a clean break from somebody who's using me. So if you're a Scorpio that feels like somebody's using you, you're going to come to the conclusion like, I got to make a clean break. This jamoke over here is using me. This guy, girl, whoever is using me. You're going to want to cut that out. So cut them off. So the next card you have here is the Chariot. This is change. This could be also long distance travel. It could be feeling torn in two different directions. It sometimes can mean success, but a lot of times it means change. Some of you are going to feel like, wow, some things have gotten out of hand in my life and I have to like rein it in and pull it all back, pull it all back together. And I see some of you thinking like, I don't want to get sucked into too much gossip over here and over here, because it ends up causing you like a spin, like you get into some kind of whirlwind of trouble or issues. So I see that happening. I see a lot of you getting more spiritual or expanding on your spiritual life that already exists by invoking spirits to come in and help you out, like your guides, angels, also invocations of prayers. And if you're somebody that does anything like with spell work, you could be doing that. It's like that kind of thing, but getting like more in tune with your spirituality, prayers, spells, contacting angels, guides, all of that is heightened in November for you. And maybe moving forward, but it's like picking up. Some of you Scorpios are trying it's difficult for you, what I'm going to say here. You're trying hard to hide your feelings about someone. But I feel it's really stressing you out, or it's stressful. This could be feelings of love or real intense passion about somebody, or it could be somebody you really have a problem with and you don't see eye to eye with at all. And for some reason, you're in a position that I don't feel that you can let them know that. This could be your in-laws. It could be a boss or some higher up in a business or company you work for. But like I said, it could be like your in-laws, or maybe you have a child that's getting married, or they're dating or seeing somebody and you don't like who they're dating, or you don't like the person they're going to marry's parents. They could be future in-laws to you. I don't know. You could be getting married. It could be your future mother or father-in-law. There's somebody, Scorpio, you're really struggling with to not expose your true feelings to them about how you feel about them. And I feel this is like it creates this dismay feeling. So I don't feel it's passion and love. For many of you, I feel it's that you don't like whoever this is. But you could have that same feeling of dismay if you're really into somebody and they're happily married and you can't let them know that you're into them because you don't want to mess anything up there. And they could be a boss, or maybe they're your boss and you're like, oh my God, I'm into my boss, but there's no way I can let them know that. You got to sort that out, like which is scenario, or what scenario that applies to with you. Your last card here, unfortunately, a lot of the signs, it seems like one of their cards is tricky in all those signs I've read so far, and yours is Five of Cups, which is sadness, loss, and regret. And this can be like not all hope is lost, because see these two cups right here behind the guy, that means there's still hope. but you could be having feelings of sadness or loss or some kind of regret at this time. Sometimes Five of Cups comes up if you have trouble with alcohol and you're drinking too much, or you have a problem with alcohol, or someone you're connected to does. But that's only sometimes. That's not all the time. You did have Three of Cups here. I'm going to say sometimes when there's a lot of cups, it can indicate that. You did have Three of Cups, but I don't know that that's what this is indicating. You're having deep feelings of sentimentality, and I see you going over old ground. And, you know, the reason this could be kicking up is because Venus is retrograde, and it doesn't go direct until the 16th of November. And the shadow period lasts until like the middle of December, which can be just as strong almost as the retrograde itself. So the past can kick up. And here in your reading, it comes up like feelings of sadness or sadness and regret over sentiment and sentimentalities over things from the past. And for many of you, it has to do with love relationships that didn't work out. It could be ex-husbands, ex-wives, ex-loves that didn't work out. Some of you are also feeling a little battered and beat up about that you should have gotten further than where you got. So some of you may be looking back and going, you know, I should have a higher up position where I am right now, or my financial status should be better off and higher up than where I am now. But you're going to be looking back to the past to see what events or situations and circumstances happened along the way that led you to this point of feeling that way right now. Like maybe you applied for a position to get risen up in your company, but they gave it to somebody else. Maybe you had some big business deal that was cooking and you were going to, you know, you got outbid by another company or another contractor or another person, ended up getting that account or that, you know, job, and therefore you didn't get it, which would have raised you up to a higher level in, you know, with finances. Only you can decide. As I always say, Scorpio, this is a general reading, so you have to figure out what this exactly is pertaining to do for you. And many of you feel like you may have given your life over to something and that it's shattered. Perhaps you put so much energy and love and compassion and caring into your children, and now something happened between you and your kids and you're not close anymore. So you could be having this, like, all that blood, sweat, and tears and effort and energy I put into my relationship with my kids, and now or my child, and it's not right. Or you could have the same feeling about a marriage or a love relationship or a job. Like, I gave over all this energy, and it feels more relationship-wise than job-wise, but it could be that for some of you, and that now you're feeling like, you know, like you're looking back on your past in this card. So only you can figure out what that means exactly for you, Scorpio. But I shuffled a card for you from the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins Oracle cards. I used to do this in the beginning when I was on YouTube, probably. I don't know if I did it for the first year. I'm going on almost on 5 years here on YouTube. And I used to pull oracle cards or angel cards at the end. And so I thought, you know what? I came across these cards. I haven't used them in forever. And I thought I'd add that to these videos here on YouTube. And this card you got is Blessed Change, which is interesting because this card also indicates change, and it did come up in your reading. And it says, a major life change brings you great blessings. So that's the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins Oracle card that you got. I do see some of you are getting ready to travel. And some of you are also feeling quite elated about some physical changes that have happened to yourself. You've either gone through plastic surgery, or you've lost weight, or perhaps you've changed your diet, an exercise program, because I see, or like you recuperated from some kind of illness, or maybe you're taking like certain vitamins or doing some kind of other treatments like lying on a crystal biomat daily, or you got some kind of beamer technology mat you're lying on. I don't know what, or something else, Rife machines, I don't know. But some of you, or acupuncture, acupressure, some of you are doing some things that are like making you feel like lighter, brighter, you have more energy. Like that is some, like I pick up like physical and chemistry and mood elevating change. Now you may say, what? But you got this card. Did you listen to the other cards? Because you had some good cards here. The messages were not bad, especially through the Three of Cups. So you do have good things coming here, just because this shows that you're going to go through a spell of sentimentality or regrets to do with things of the past in a variety of ways. This is like your energetic presence, your energetic self. Some of you are going to fall in love, and love is creating this. So that's coming up for some of you. And if you're single, you are going to become a couple with somebody very soon, either this month or in the next 3 months. I feel it will occur. So some of you, this has to do with, you know, sometimes they say when people fall in love, a lot of times people lose weight, or they just generally, their chemistry, they've got all this chemistry flowing around, and so they start to feel better because of that. So I do get this feeling of elation for you coming up. So try not to get too worried about this. This is a transitory thing that you are like, you have to clear it out. And that's what Venus in retrograde is about. So you're clearing that out so this can move forward. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. I want to thank you so much for watching, sharing, and liking my videos. Thank you for subscribing and for Google Plusing. I do truly appreciate that. And please remember to subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And if you're interested in getting a continuation of this reading, Scorpio, where I look into my crystal and give you additional messages and predictions for the month of November 2018, you can access those videos for download and purchase by clicking on the link below this video, and it will take you to those videos on my Vimeo on-demand channel. Also, I have 2 other special videos I recorded, special series I recorded in the middle of October that are available in case you didn't catch them or you're interested in finding out more about those. I did one for the Venus in retrograde period, where I pulled 3 tarot cards from using this deck. Ooh, look what was on top. Whoa! Hey, this is probably for you. I just pulled it out of the pile. Look at that. You got 10 of Cups, happily ever after, right when I cut the whole deck to show you the cards. So that's good news, Scorpio. This is the Aquarian Tarot deck. I pulled 3 cards for you for the Venus in retrograde special. And there I looked into, the first card is about what are you clearing out through this, what are you struggling with? First card is what are you struggling with during this Venus in retrograde period. The second card is what are you clearing out, or how are you clearing it out? And then the third card is about how and what way you're moving forward. So, I hope those readings help you. They're pretty interesting. I happen to like those personally. So anyway, and then the other video, and that link is below this video, and you just click on that link and it will take you to those videos on Vimeo. And then the other video series I did is called Spirit Animal Messages and Gemstone Crystal Readings for each sign of the zodiac, where I have a velvet bag of gemstones with a whole variety of gemstones. I reach into the bag, and whatever stone jumps into my hand, I pull that out for your sign. I psychically read it, and I also give you the written factual messages about the energetic properties of the stone, what it heals, what chakras it's good to work with, and also like the planets and the zodiac sign it is connected to. But I still, regardless, pull it for your sign, so I psychically tell you why this stone would be good for you. There are And that, when I say good for you, I mean to work with like putting them on your throat chakra or your heart chakra or your third eye chakra, or carrying them in your pocket, or sleeping with them under your pillow, or holding it in your hand throughout the day, or carrying it in your purse. That's what I mean by working with those stones. And you know, a lot of people did actually like them, especially when they started using and carrying the stones. So you might want to check them out. And you can get all those videos not only by clicking on the links below this video, and they'll take you to Vimeo. You can get them on my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. Click on the videos tab on my menu, and there you will see these are going to be probably the first 3 video series listed at the top of the page. You just go to the series you want, click on your sign, and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. So I hope you have an absolutely phenomenal November, Scorpio, and happy birthday. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.